Don't get screwed by credit cards in the US, tips to stay debt-free. Are you planning to move to the US or just arrived? One of the things you will notice is how easy it is to get credit cards here. It is tempting to use them for everything, but if you don't know how to manage them, you could end up in serious debt. That's why we've put together some tips to help you avoid getting screwed by credit cards in the US. First things first, it's crucial to understand how credit cards work in the US. In many countries, credit cards are primarily used for emergencies or big purchases. In the US, credit cards are often the default payment method for everything from groceries to gas to clothing. Credit cards work by allowing you to borrow money from a lender, with the understanding that you will pay it back with interest. Many credit cards also offer rewards programs that give you points or cash back for each purchase you make. While these rewards can be tempting, they often come with high interest rates and fees that can quickly add up. So, how can you avoid getting screwed by credit cards in the US? Here are some tips to keep in mind. Don't sign up for every credit card offer you receive. When you first arrive in the US, you will likely receive numerous credit card offers in the mail. These offers can be enticing, but don't sign up for every card that comes your way. Applying for too many credit cards can hurt your credit score and make it harder to get approved for future loans or credit cards. Instead, do your research and choose a credit card that fits your needs and spending habits. Look for cards with low interest rates and no annual fees. If you're a student or new to credit, consider a secured credit card that requires a deposit but can help you build your credit history. Pay your balance in full every month. One of the most important things you can do to avoid getting into credit card debt is to pay your balance in full every month. This means that you should only charge what you can afford to pay off at the end of the month. If you carry a balance, you will be charged interest, which can quickly add up and make it difficult to pay off your debt. If you're having trouble paying your balance in full, consider creating a budget and cutting back on unnecessary expenses. You can also try to negotiate a lower interest rate with your credit card issuer or transfer your balance to a card with a lower rate. Avoid cash advances. Many credit cards offer the option of taking a cash advance, which allows you to withdraw cash from an ATM or bank. While this may seem like a convenient way to get quick cash, cash advances come with high fees and interest rates that can add up quickly. If you need cash, consider other options, such as a personal loan or borrowing from a friend or family member. Only use cash advances as a last resort. Watch out for fees. Credit cards often come with a variety of fees, including annual fees, late payment fees, and balance transfer fees. These fees can quickly add up and make it harder to pay off your debt. To avoid fees, make sure you understand the terms and conditions of your credit card. Pay your bill on time, and if you can't make a payment, contact your issuer to discuss your options. You can also look for credit cards with no annual fees and low fees for balance transfers and cash advances. Monitor your credit score. Your credit score is a numerical representation of your creditworthiness, and it's used by lenders to determine whether to approve you for loans or credit cards. Your credit score is based on factors such as your payment history, amount of debt, and length of credit history. To avoid getting screwed by credit cards in the US, it's important to monitor your credit score regularly. You can request a free credit report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, once a year. Review your credit report for errors or inaccuracies and report them to the credit bureau. You can also sign up for a credit monitoring service that will alert you to changes in your credit score or suspicious activity on your credit report. This can help you catch any fraudulent activity early and take steps to protect your credit. Use credit cards responsibly. Credit cards can be a useful tool for building credit and earning rewards, but they can also be a slippery slope to debt. To use credit cards responsibly, it's important to only charge what you can afford to pay off in full, pay your bill on time, and avoid unnecessary fees and interest charges. It's also important to keep your credit utilization ratio low. Your credit utilization ratio is the amount of credit you're using compared to the amount of credit available to you. Ideally, you should aim to use no more than 30% of your available credit. In conclusion, credit cards can be a powerful financial tool, but they can also be a double-edged sword. If you don't use them responsibly, they can quickly lead to debt and financial trouble. By following these tips, you can avoid getting screwed by credit cards in the US and use them to your advantage. Remember to do your research, pay your balance in full, avoid unnecessary fees, and monitor your credit score regularly. With a little discipline and planning, you can stay debt-free and enjoy the benefits of using credit cards wisely. If you liked it, subscribe and watch the other videos now. You do not know what you're missing.